welcome to Old Cottage. And I'm going to let you into my world a little bit more. So I'm going to set up this camera, which it is at the moment, on a very dodgy little tripod. It's not even secured, so hopefully it won't fall. And because I don't have one of those clip-on mics, and because I don't have anyone filming me, and this is a one-woman show and all the rest of it, I'm going to just film myself working, so letting you follow me, and then do a little bit of a voiceover to explain what it is I'm doing. Hopefully that's going to be okay. So this is the point at which I put the little cali kettle out on top of the stove and I fill it with water. Now I'm going to post a few pictures of the cali kettle just at the end of this little segment, and I go into the barn and get some paper and some twigs and the little lighter. So I'm just breaking up some of the paper. It was actually cardboard, a little bit of cardboard from a box. I'm putting little bits into the base of the cali kettle, the little fire pit, so to speak. Now I'm doing it like this little voiceover, simply because I don't have a mic. And I've had complaints that you can't hear me. Okay, just checking now that it's all alight. And now I'm adding literally little twigs to this cali kettle. And normally you'd feed them in at the bottom, but I just dropped them in through the chimney bit of the cali kettle. And they're literally little twigs. I mean, twigs that nobody would be bothered with at all. So it is incredibly sustainable. No, that's the wrong word. It's not incredibly sustainable, but it is sorry, excuse me, just a great use of something that people wouldn't be bothered with. Just adding a few more twigs. You can see the smoke coming out of the cali kettle. There's also a little bit of smoke coming from the far chimney above the cottage, and that's the Stanley stove, which is lit very low just to heat the water from my shower tonight. So here I'm bringing out the cup and the jug and the little box of tea bags. I mean, all in all, it takes about between 5 and 7 minutes to boil the cali kettle from start to finish. So I'm putting that cardboard back into the barn. I brought out a few more twigs, just topping up, and I probably don't even need to do that because the kettle boils fairly quickly. I'm just standing back now waiting for it to get to something. Having a look at the chives there. And now I'm back, and the kettle is about to boil. Now there's a little whistling mechanism on the kettle, so that allows me to know when it's ready. Some of the older versions don't have that, but this cali kettle I bought from the company, I think it was about 2 years ago, maybe it's 3. And one of my lovely subscribers sent me some little attachments for it that I can actually cook on this. So at some point, I think over the winter, I will be cooking on it. There we go, it's boiled. And then you just pull the chain up over the handle, and then you pull on the chain to tip the cali kettle forward. And you can see there's still lots of flames going on there in the little fire pit. And there we go. Tea is ready. Cheers. So this is a close-up of the Kelly kettle. And if you look down there, you can see that all of this is wraparound. It's a wrap around the chimney, so to speak. I'll show you it from the bottom. Oh, can I? There we go. You see that? Okay. This is a little fire pit. It's ever so small, actually. Just cool down a little bit now. And I've got some lovely wood ash going on in there. So that's very beneficial to the plants. So I scatter that around the plants, you know. Very simple. That's the little kettle itself. You can see the water in there. That's the little whistler. And as you can see, it is wraparound. It's very clever. Now, this isn't an advertisement at all because I bought and paid for my Kelly kettle, and I don't accept anything to do with advertising or promotions or anything else. But I've got to say, this cost, I think it was about €100, something like that. The company that makes these is an Irish company, and they've been making Kelly kettles, because they invented the Kelly kettle, for about 100 years. They're based in Mayo. I'm only telling you this because I personally think this is a wonderful way to boil water in order to make tea or cup of soups or hot chocolate or coffee or whatever it is, or even just to have a bowl of hot water to put your feet in at night, you know. And with this energy crisis, which is, I'm not even going to go into it, this ridiculous energy crisis, okay? We are all aware of the fact that the cost of the energy, whether it's gas or electric or whatever, has gone up a huge amount. It's gone up a huge amount. So it's very prohibitive now for people to have the basic necessity of boiling water. It's shameful. It's really shameful. But don't get me started on that, okay? I'm just going to swiftly pass over that. This is a good thing to have, or something similar. You might be able to design something yourself like this. And to have something like that then allows you the freedom and the independence to have some access to the basic necessities of life. Shame on all our governments. Shame on them. If you have a balcony, you can use this. If you have a house with an old fireplace where the chimney is still intact, you can use that in the fireplace, in an open fireplace. Now, I haven't tried that, but I am assuming you can. If you haven't got either of those and you're living in a flat, well, do what I do. I take this out with me. When I go out for a long walk, or I go up to the coast, I go up to the Atlantic seaboard there, or I go for a walk somewhere, and I bring this with me so I can then make a hot drink for myself. It's very simple. I just bring that, a bottle of water, and some twigs and some cardboard and my little lighter. There we go, done and dusted. So I think it can be utilised by just about everybody. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed that little video. I'm going to pop this up ASAP. Look at the swallows up there. Look at that. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, the swallows are all over the place. And also I've noticed, because the sedum is in bloom, there's a lot of little bees around and little pollinators. Blessings to you all. So this was built in a cottage at the very beginning in 2004. This was the lane leading up to the cottage, as you can see. And this was the view from the front door. Well, it's a different view now.